Hey, welcome back to Big O's channel where there's a lesson to be learned in every single video. If you're new to my channel, check out the whole video. If you're returning, respect and love. I cannot do it without you. In addition to doing YouTube videos, I make blankets. Check out my Instagram page, Harlem Shet. Blankets for everybody. Check it out if something you might be interested in. It's a gift that lasts a lifetime. During the day, I'm in construction, and know it's getting warm outside, so I'm outside riding my bike with my fellas. Love riding. Motorcycle like the best thing ever. Closest thing to freedom, actually, in my personal opinion. But in this video, we're gonna talk about something important, very important. So, you're seeing somebody who's a good woman or a good man, they treat you good, but your behind still ain't happy. You have a unicorn, but you don't want it. Let's talk about it. Be right back. Back to the channel. So you have a good woman or a good man and you still ain't satisfied. all right, I get it. But I'm gonna tell you two quick stories. Maybe you can relate. Story number one. I have a buddy of mine. I'm 41, he's 45, right? Love him to death, right? I met him when I was 21, right? So I've known him for about 20 years, right? And in 20 years I've known him, he's dated at least 7 women in that time frame that are now married. 7. And as you know, in our community, black folk, we're not married the way we used to be back in the 60s and 70s. However, he knows 7 women personally who are now married. And one day I asked him, I said, yo, bro. He was like, oh, there's no good women. There's no good women out here. I said, you had a unicorn. You had one. He said, what do you mean? I said, bro, you had 7 women who you used to date who are now married. So the question becomes, is the problem them or was the problem you? He paused. And I hate to say it, but he's delusional. You have to. He might be the problem. Love him to death. Love him to death. Do you know that black women are the queens of being engaged? The queens. I love you, sisters, but you guys are the queens of being engaged. And I always say, why would you say yes and get engaged if you're not gonna get married? That's just my personal opinion. Don't shoot me, but it's the truth. Queens. And I have friends from all walks of life, but I know so many black women I was engaged, just like they wear as a badge of honor. I don't know what it is. Story number 2. Friend of mine, I'm 41 now, she's 45. She had a good guy, a unicorn, who was wanting to treat her right, treat her good, but he was too good. He was a good guy. Okay. All right. Now, she can't really have kids, or she's pushing. It's gonna be hard for her because she's pushing almost 50. And I said to her, wow, what was it? But you know what the bottom line was with her? She had too many stinking options. Social media has given people too many options. Everybody's a damn player. Everybody, has an inflated ego. Everybody think they got time. Let's keep it real. I don't care how strong you are. I don't care how much muscles you got. I don't care if you have big breasts, big butt. Unless you're going to have years of plastic surgery, it's going to drop. I mean, ladies, if you got a guy who's masculine, holding you down, taking care of you, loyal, he comes home, he's doing the best he can, what's the problem? Fellas, if you have a woman that's feminine, who listens, who's a friend, who holds you down, what's the problem? And I get it, if you've been with somebody a long time, you gotta keep at it. But I love what my pop said. Pops, if you hear this video, shout out to you. He said, I'll never forget, he told me this when I was 21. He said, yo, any man can any man can be with 1,000 women, but it takes a real man to make love to that one woman 1,000 different ways. Powerful. Pop, shout out to you. Powerful. You understand what I'm saying? I remember a pastor, a friend of mine, he wasn't my pastor, he's a friend of mine, he was a pastor, right? He said one time his wife stepped out on him he stepped out on his wife. Okay. It was we had a candid conversation. I'll never forget what he said. He said the woman looked good, she seemed good, she smelled good. He thought the grass was greener on the other side. You know what he said? The grass wasn't greener, it was astroturf. Oh my goodness. I said powerful. Powerful. Have you guys watched that movie Tyler Perry? Why Did I Get Married? Go watch that movie. Why Did I Get Married? There's a couple in there, actually Jill Scott character, where her husband is, I don't want to give the whole movie away, but I got, for the purpose of the video, I'm going to give you a little background. In the video, in that movie, she is with a guy who doesn't value her, right? And long story short, he cheats on her with a woman, right? And then the fellas asked him, well, how's that woman who you cheated on your good woman, your good wife with? He says, she don't cook, she don't do this, she don't do that, she don't do this, but she takes my money. And then his ex-wife says in the movie, go back to your 20%, because you could have had the 80%. Powerful. Exactly. Don't look for that 20% when the 80% is right in front of your face. But I think we live in a world where everybody's trying to look for that 20%. No one's going to be 100%. Any relationship you have, I don't care who you are. I don't care what kind of relationship you got. You're not going to always have 100%. You strive for it, but you might not have it. Don't give up that unicorn, ladies and gentlemen. I am telling you, as you get older, it gets harder out here. Don't give it up. Hold on to it. And most importantly, don't let too many people be in your business too. That's another thing. Keep your relationship in-house, because not everybody qualifies to give you good advice or sound advice. So that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Quick reminder, if you have a unicorn, keep him, keep her. The grass is not always greener, as long, and I always say this, as long as they're not abusive, they're not causing physical harm, they're not infidelity, you know, they're not doing anything really detrimental to hurt the family, keep them. Don't be on something, he gained 10 pounds, or she cut her hair. Talk, conversate, work it out. All right, we need more families out here, because too much buffoonery out here in the world. So anyway, that being said, peace, love, to the next video. Keep the families, guys. Keep the families. Till the next video, I'm out.